go. Here we go. Oh. Happy New Year! How are you, darlings? How's your New Year's been? Actually, just got back from having dinner with my boo. So we went to this usual place that we go to at our local Chinatown. But, although they were busy, there were some lapses in the customer service I felt. Obviously, it's a holiday, so, people are likely going to be calling out sick or not showing up to work or whatever have you. But anywho, I felt like there were so many people that were waiting to be seated. There were also a lot of empty tables and like smaller tables and like larger tables for larger parties. They were all mainly empty, but somehow they weren't seating people. And mind you, this is first come first serve type of restaurant. So, and they also weren't particularly keen on kind of decreasing the, I want to say, irritation of people who are like waiting to get their orders taken, and then also waiting, to even get water given to them. It was, yeah. I mean, I just feel like maybe the restaurant should have just stayed closed for the day versus, not giving 90% or 80% of energy to their customers. I'm not even asking for 100, but like 80% maybe. Yeah. Anywho, happy New Year. Hopefully your new year is much better than the last and the last and the last and the last. Fabulousness all around for you. Good health. Hopefully if you're in between jobs, hopefully the new job that you're going to is going to be even more fabulous than the last. If you're looking for a job on the outset, I hope that you find the one that fits your skill set. I hope, again, that you have a fabulous, healthy new year. That, of course, everybody gets a cold and sometimes the flu, but outside of that, I hope you are fabulously healthy, you, your family, your friends, your loved ones. And also, in the romance division, hopefully, you find the one, right? Just don't ignore the red flags. Anywho, darlings, this is so sad. So, the FBI has now identified the alleged or the alleged suspect, a from that deadly New Orleans attack. It has now been considered by the FBI as an act of terrorism, and this is on New Year's Day, which has, as of this writing, has killed at least 15 people. The suspect is a U.S. citizen, Texas U.S. citizen man, and the attack had occurred at 3:15 a.m. on Bourbon Street. Obviously, if you've been to New Orleans, super busy, very popular area. Local time, 3:15 a.m. local time, when the pickup truck, this white pickup truck, which was driven by the now deceased suspect, identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar, who is a 42-year-old U.S. citizen from Texas, as he navigated past the barricades that, would hopefully prevent vehicles from plowing through people. But obviously, he was able to navigate around that somehow, and drove that white pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And unfortunately, you know, at least 15 people has lost their lives to this. And I mean, the guy was just like, he was on a mission because, and I'm not saying that in a positive way. After he hit the crowd, he exited the vehicle and he fired on local law enforcement. Local law enforcement, on site, on the ground, also returned fire, and he was pronounced deceased at the scene. The pickup he was driving was a Ford pickup, and according to reports, it appears to have been rented. And currently, the FBI is working to confirm how the deceased suspect came into possession of the vehicle. I mean, did he rent it with his credit card? Somebody rented for him. Did he get it from, I don't know, somebody else? Or did he happen to steal it? Anyway, there were two injured officers from the shootout, but are now in stable condition, thank goodness. Previously, New Orleans PD had already confirmed to People magazine that the driver did indeed lose their lives in the exchange of pow pow fire. So, what is available? What information is available as of this time of this suspect is that he was a U.S. Army veteran who served on active duty from the mid-2000s to 2015. This was reported by NBC News and CNN, and apparently this was according to multiple U.S. defense officials. And while on active duty, he was a human resources specialist and information technology specialist, according to CNN. He was also in the Army Reserves until 2020, again per NBC and CNN. And so while he was on active duty in 2009, he was deployed in Afghanistan in 2009, where he served as an admin clerk before he was discharged in 2020 as a staff sergeant. Okay, so if he was deployed in Afghanistan, obviously I'm just not trying to make light of this, but because he was a human resources specialist, he was mostly working in the offices there, outside from, not like outside of the, what's this now? Their headquarters there, their army base is what I meant. So he would not be, so to speak, in the line of fire. Like he wouldn't be directly engaging bad elements in his day-to-day life working in Afghanistan for the U.S. Army, because he was working as an administrative clerk. He is believed to have been honorably discharged, but his records obviously are not going to be readily available immediately, as they are working through the process of receiving this information. This is from Alethea Duncan, Assistant FBI Special Agent, during a Wednesday press conference. It's so unfortunate that those people had lost their lives, but I'm also grateful that there was a work lift that actually prevented this crazy guy from doing further damage. Imagine if there wasn't a work lift there that he smashed into. That he probably would have kept going through, those people on the sidewalk or on the road or whatever have you. I understand that they had closed down the street, for partiers, for revelers to, get their party on. But yeah, that is not to be, obviously. Also, it is reported that the suspect was married twice. The first divorce occurring in 2012 and the second in 2021 and finalized in 2022. He was previously charged with misdemeanor theft in 2002 and for driving with an invalid license in 2005. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Um, Now, during Wednesday's press conference, authorities also mentioned that they don't believe that he was solely responsible for the attack and are asking for the public's help with any information. They can also confirm that the presence of an apparent ISIS flag at in the pickup truck, and they're also working to determine if the suspect had potential associations and affiliations with that terrorist organization. Also located in the vehicle was weapons and a potential IED. And also, other IEDs were found in the French Quarter. I'm so glad that they are found, and hopefully that is all that's left, because again, I'm sad that so many people lost their lives, but I'm also glad that there were not any more say secondary explosions or something like that, like if somebody had like dropped or hidden potential bombs in, like, different areas of the French Quarter. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Anywho, darlings, please, let's remain aware when we're in a crowded area or any area at all that we're visiting and there's a lot of people. Let's just be continuously aware, and at this rate hyper aware of our surroundings, and let's try to be mindful of where potential exits are. And I know it's like something that you don't really want to think about when you're on vacation, but just kind of run through scenarios in your head where if there was a potential harm or something of like this effect, or even of a lesser degree, what can I do to save myself, or like the people I'm with and things like that, or other people in the vicinity. So anywho, darlings, please, let's all remain guarded and vigilant and aware of our surroundings, and please be careful, every single one of you fabulous people out there. All right, darlings, that's all we have for now. Again, it's a developing story, so remember to leave grace for others, but do not ignore the red flags, and continue to journey in gratitude. My darling dears, I shall see you all in the next go round. Toodaloo for now. Bye.